Alright folks, so let's begin with the animation. I just hope you are starting off fresh because this could be some headache if you are starting just after Geometry Nodes. So let's begin. Alright, so one thing which I want to clear before animation is that I have seen that the emitting orbs, the spheres, are casting a shadow on our shoe. So for that, to correct it up, I will select the slide and I will just slightly increase the radius of a light until they are gone. The shadow is gone. Alright, so it should look clean. There it is. I think that's fine. And now let's just pay attention to this animation. So up till now, what we have created is this part. Alright, the shoe is being revealed. Alright, but the animation start right before it. We see an Air Jordan logo. Camera is zooming back and all of these spherical balls are forming the shape of the shoe. Alright, so this part we have to make. So first of all, what I want you to do is go back to the file and I want you to go to your preferences and search for images as planes. Just enable this add-on, and if you go to your import setup, you will have this option, images as planes, and if you look up the assets folder, you will have this Air Jordan logo. Just open it up and you will have it in the Blender file. And now for the ease of the animation, I want you to select the shoe and just get rid of, just for now, just cut these node trees off until we only have the bubbles. Alright, so just keep these on and rest, just cut them off and we will connect them later on. Alright, now let's join these two areas and open up timeline and let's work on the animation. Alright, so first of all, let's get this started. I will just go into my front view and I will first of all place it in the center. Let's check the render view, how it is looking. It is blank right now, but if you go into the shader editor and let's play with the alpha of it. Alright, you connect it there. So this will actually be the mask between our mix shader, our emission and transmission shader. So our emission will be the Air Jordan logo and transparent will be the rest of it. Like that, and it's done. So you will see some weird corners, so that can be sorted by adding a color ramp. Alright, so that if you just increase it, maybe take the white to the corner, and the corners will be invisible now. So you can now give some color to this emission, maybe a warmer tone. Just give it some strength to 5. Alright, now we are good to go. Now let's just start placing it to the back. I will just keep it on the shoe and I will just carefully take this around just type in minus 0.3 and you will have it there. Alright, so now let's just open our timeline and let's also increase the scale of it so we see the logo behind. Let's take it till there. Let's go into our render mode and see how it's looking. It's right in the center. And also press this camera, select this camera and press Ctrl A. Just check on these settings what happens. Ctrl A, all transforms to deltas. Alright, so it sets every position to nil nil nil. Alright, so it gives us a great understanding that this is the starting position of our camera. Alright, so let's study the animation one more time. Just read the seconds here. Alright, so camera is zooming back for around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So up till 7 seconds we are just zooming back. All the bubbles are forming up and the reveal effect starts from around 7 seconds to 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, so up till around 14 seconds, and then the camera dashes forward. Alright, so now let's just replicate this camera setup, the camera motion. So I think it's the X location which is zooming back and forth. That is correct. I will select this empty and I will just scale it up so we can see, and I will select this camera again and get a keyframe in and take it to around just before the 6 seconds. If you can't see the seconds, press Ctrl T. It gets you frame, and if you press Ctrl T again you will have seconds again. Okay, now just take it just before 6 seconds and at 0 frame it should be zooming in to our logo. If you just zoom it in, let's check our render view. it is not centered, just select it and just roughly keep it centered. That is correct. And I will just mark my keyframe again there. Alright, so now if you run the timeline, our camera is zooming back and forth. And now let's just check back on our shoe. Let's decrease the size of this empty. Our shoe is right there. Select the camera again, get in graph editor. Let's work on the characteristic of the motion of the camera. Alright, so now up till now, if you press Ctrl T here, you will have again the frame rates and seconds. Select both of these points and select this key on your keyboard and go into frame selected. You will have the zoomed in version. Press N to hide that menu. Alright, now let's work it out. Camera is zooming in, zooming in, zooming in. Let's hold it up to not just before 6 to before around 8. Alright, I am doing this because I want the camera to charge back. Alright, I will show you what I mean. I will just select this. Make sure you are selecting only X. Shift D, just get it back, and I will select these points and get it down. Alright, just before 4, I guess, up till there. So now what happens is camera is zooming back up till there, and maybe just take till there and shift it even forward to around 14. If you remember, the camera dashes back in. So now what happens is we play our animation at this point. Alright, let's give keyframes here. Press I and let's take it to around there and open it up. Press I again. Now see what happens. We are just zooming back, just select the camera and see, and up to this point the animation starts. Camera is still zooming back slightly, and up till here, when the shoe is completely revealed, the camera dashes forward. Just get this to here again, around 12 maybe, up till there, and now at this point the camera should dash in. So for that I will simply get Shift T to select this point again and drag this down up till there so that it suddenly dashes in. Alright, so just drag these points closer up till there, and let's see. Okay, shoe is revealed up till that point. Maybe just get these 2 points there only, and now let's see, and dashes in. Alright, so now let's play it again on our viewport. Camera is dashing back, the animation starts, camera is still charging back, and now it dashes in. Boom. And now just read the animation again. Camera is still zooming back, slightly zooming back, like it's charging up, and as soon as the animation has been done, it dashes in. I think our motion is done. Alright, so I understand this could be some very difficult stuff for some of you to understand the graph editor. I will go through this again. So graph editor is simply the graphical representation of whatever we are doing in a timeline. Understand one more time. This point is minus 1.474. Alright, and this point here, just read the graph. This is same, and we gave another point initial position that was 0, and this is also 0. So I simply gave 2 positions here, and I simply copied this keyframe, got it here, and I told Blender that I want this animation to be slower. So I just copied it, get it till here around minus 4 point whatever it is. Instead of typing here again manually like I wanted here, I simply did a fast work, copying it and got it there, and simply gave it some distance so that our camera is slower between these 2 frames. And then again Shift D here to copy this frame here, and simply if you just go here, you can see this value is 2.5, so I can simply play with it. So graph editor just makes our life easier if you just can understand it fully. Alright, so our camera motion is done, so let's get back to the animation. I will go into my geometry node editor again, and let's work on these bubbles. Alright, so if you see that these are forming the shape of the shoe, so let's begin. Okay, now if you remember that this is the node tree of our bubbles. Alright, so what we did was distribute points on faces and we expanded them along their normals. So let's make some space between the set position and instance on points again, and just shift T, copy this node. Let's take them somewhere empty so that we have some space here, and again I need the position of the normals. I will feed this information again here so that again we can expand these bubbles along the normals. To control it again, I will again add a vector math and set it to multiply. Anything multiplied by 0 is 0, and if you increase it, the bubbles are expanding. This is a simple effect which will form the shape of the shoe. And now let's just go to a point somewhere here, maybe somewhere there, and let's expand it till there. Maybe if you want to add, let's add some variation to it. I will add a noise texture, and just be careful, the timeline is big, the workspace is getting really messy here. Make some space, add in a noise texture in, just keep it there, and add in a color ramp, something like this. So now let's give it some noise around 1. Alright, something like this, and maybe add a math node so that we can control this noise from here, that is 0 up till there. One thing which you will also have to keep in mind is that this effector is still affecting it, so just get it away. Alright, select it again. Now let's check it out. We have this noise taking an effect like this. Maybe it will take it there, and also just check in 4D, add in a scene time node, scene time, and add in seconds to W value, and you will see as the timeline is moving, our bubbles are moving. Let's add in a math node in between. Let's check in divide, and let's divide this for around maybe 5. So this is a subtle movement. Let's check back again. Bubbles are moving. Alright, at around 6 seconds, I guess 7 seconds, it should be 0. So that is controlled by this node. I will simply go here, press I, and come back here around 7 seconds, around 6 seconds, get it to 0, and I will press I again, select this node so that you can see the graph, and let's see what's happening here. Alright, the bubbles are far apart, you're getting through the bubbles. I think so this value should be greater than this. Alright, the bubbles should be more far apart. I will select this point again, drag it up, check this and this window, drag it up, bubbles are more far apart now, somewhere there, and again if you move in, the bubbles are coming forward and forming the shape of the shoe. Alright, so now let's check out the animation in the render view. I will go into the render view and let's see. Play the animation, the bubbles are forming the shoe, camera is getting back, and now, okay, it's not opening. Okay, so if you remember, we just shifted it back. So now I think we will have to increase this scale curve so that it happens quite fast. Let's see what it's doing. So it's expanding at a quite faster rate right now. So what I will do here is select these 2 points again, press T first of all, and get this to interpolation linear. So it is expanding at a much linear rate. Alright, so now let's press A, select this key again, frame selected. Let's drag this down and see it is there. You will also have to manually check the location. Alright, so it is also not affecting a bubble formation here. Okay, so it is not affecting here, and now it should begin. The camera is still getting back, and now I think it is still much faster. Let's drag this down a bit, and now I think now it's fine. Let's drag this a bit forward, and now it's fine. It's getting back, the shoe is being revealed, and now the camera should dash forward like that. Alright, so we are now good to go. Also, what I would like to do right now is that if you see the first frame, our bubbles are still visible. So just select them again, go into the geometry node editor, and here I will just out of set position, I will add in scale instances node again. Scale instances, and from here I will control the scale, which is not happening. Let's alright, so this should come after instances. Press just keep it there, and now from there I will control the scale. From at point 0 this should be nil. Press I. Alright, and at around here give them 2 seconds to form in. Press 1, press I again, and let's see, bubbles are forming. Let's give them more time, give them, let's see, 4 seconds. Now let's see, bubbles are forming in now, which is great. Maybe what you can do is keep it blank maybe for 1 or 2 seconds so that we see our Air Jordan logo, more emphasizing our animations. Maybe just drag it a bit back. Let's see, a bit more back. Now they are forming, and alright, now this is cool. Let's now connect everything up, hook them up. Let's also keep saving it. Your Blender might crash at this point. Just select this also in, and our emission particles just select in. Now let's see, your viewport will hang up. Let's drag this animation and see, it's forming up. Now shoe is going to get revealed at this point. There it goes, bubbles are gone, shoe is forming up, and now the camera dashes in. So as it stands, the camera is going way beyond the shoes as it is dashing in. So what I will do here is I will select the camera and select this point again, and let's grab it up and try to move it up and just finish it somewhere there. Alright, so it should finish just before the shoe, somewhere there. Alright, now it's fine. Maybe, yeah, now it's fine. So now our part 1 is finished, and let's get started on the part 2.